What's on the cutting room floor?
As you get older, Brendan, do you still like a late night?
No, I wouldn't plan to have a late night. Sometimes, inconsequentially, I've ended up a late night.
They're the best ones.
Yeah, I got home at 2 a.m. I thought, well, what the hell?
They're the best ones.
Yeah.
But do you, if you know you're going to have a late night, does part of you go, ugh?
Yeah.
Yeah. And well, that seems to happen to all of us.
If you've got like a plan, like Bucks weekends are the worst. Because
who do you know who's going on Bucks? I guess it's your friend's kids.
Yeah, and you end up going on it and then you think, oh, my God, it's 8 o'clock at night. You've been drinking since midnight or midday, I should say. And you think, oh, God, and then. Yeah.
Well, remember Jamie Lee Curtis when she was nominated for an Oscar and there was an Oscar nominees dinner and she said she didn't go to it because it started at 7:30 and she likes to be home in bed at 9.
Yep.
And she said, hey, if anyone's listening, start your things earlier. Amy Poehler, my favourite comedian, has said that her favourite way of seeing music is if it's at a reasonable hour, she's sitting in a chair with some lumbar support and maybe she's got a cheese plate with her, which is why those shows on the green are always good because they're not always late at night.
Yeah.
Well, what about this? They are in Newcastle, in New South Wales, there are a variety of daytime clubbing options for the over 30s.
Oh.
Yes. So it's an over 30 club and it's during the day. And how about this? This is also in Newcastle, an over 30s event only. You're only allowed in if you're over 30.
Yeah.
It's an elderly, they're calling it elderly, emo nightclub. It's billed as an event for elderly emos by elderly emos. You have to be over 30 and you will listen to the likes of My Chemical Romance, Evanescence, Bullet for My Valentine, Fall Out Boy, Paramore, Blink-182. This is, if you like this kind of emo music, you're over 30 and you want an early night. The event, it's not during the day, but it is 6 till 10. It's all over by 10.
Don't tell me that emos are now over 30.
Well, I guess they would be. Born in 1995.
Yeah?
Or before.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Do me say yeah again? Yeah, yeah.
I miss the emo boat.
Yeah, I know. Well, we were born substantially before 1995.
Well, we're Gen X, and I really
Having said that, for a number of years I was on a television show representing baby boomers.
Well, because you were too close to Gen X, and they already had your boyfriend Charlie Pickering in there.
I'm actually technically Generation Jones.
Yep. In between the baby boomers and Generation X, there was Generation Jones.
That was me.
But I look at you as Generation X. Like Generation X was from 1964 up to whatever. I think it's 90. I think it's 1964 to 1990 or 1980. Anyway, but I look at you as that because Generation X, we're a very capable generation. The baby boomers were one that, every generation has its own struggles, surely. But Generation X, we are the generation that were mindful of our kids, wanted to look after our kids.
Financially, you mean?
We are the snowplow generation.
Yes.
We buy our kids cars. Like when I was growing up as a kid, everyone had their license. No one had a car.
No, and also kids were part of the furniture.
Yep.
You had children, off they went. Now kids, I think maybe you're right, Generation X started the trend of kids being a hobby.
Yep.
That you had to be invested in your kids, you had to know about the homework, you had to know all their teachers, your kids had to be a big part of your life. And often that's where the making your kids your friends started.
And that's and now you look at it, kids now don't have their license, but they've all got cars. How many people do you know they've got some shitbox car that's sitting growing grass through it out in the front yard because the kid hasn't got around to getting his license?
But you do have a nice vine of chocos.
It's good chocos.
So what do you think? Would emos still dress with, looking like from the
Cure? What are emos? Yeah, no.
Black nail polish.
That's goth though, isn't it?
Is that goth and emo?
I got to say, Robert Smith from The Cure, he's got to drop the goth look.
Well, what's he going to do? He's not going to suddenly look like Val Doonican.
But
he's not going to brush his hair, let it go grey, take off his nail polish. This is still his identity.
It looked good when he was heroin thin in his 20s, but now he's a late to middle-aged man.
It's
he
still
looks
his
like
identity.
Yeah, I know, but
It's still his identity.
I just, red lipstick does no one any favours.
Look, are you going to say to Cyndi Lauper, just stop wearing the makeup and wear a brunch coat and stay home? I'd love to watch you say that to Madonna.
There you go, Madonna. Why don't you get down to Wombat and buy yourself
a nice cargo pant?
Wombat, formerly known as Miller's. I don't know why you would go from Miller's to Wombat.
Wombat
what woman?
isn't an aspirational name in terms of clothing.
I'm going to get down to Wombat and buy myself some clothes.
Because wombats are known for their lovely shape and fashion sense and smell.
They root and leave.
That is true. All right, if anyone needs these details of the Elderly Emo nightclub in Newcastle, let me know.
Okay. Amanda's phone number is 0434 174 434.
Close.
I think that's my number.
Okay, kids, that's it for today. Come back tomorrow for more of Jonesy and Amanda's Cutting Room.